In this month of June, 2023, many will enter into a celebration of the events that happened on June 19, 1865, when Major General Gordon Granger issued an order proclaiming freedom for slaves in Texas. His proclamation was embraced by every free and unfree slave in the United States. King Channel TV here. We will look at the events of June 19, called Juneteenth, and we will associate the events and conditions that brought about this celebration with the current-day descendants. The United States is a nation of many diverse people, with many historic cultures and traditions, and most of them know their history, have a culture and enjoy it. And rightly so, they are immigrants, and they sought to come to these shores for many reasons. Economic reasons, seeking a job and/or a career. Social reasons, seeking a better quality of life, hoping to escape hunger, poverty and other perils. Political reasons, seeking to escape wars or political persecution. Environmental reasons, seeking to escape perpetual harsh weather conditions, natural disasters. But the slaves, of which Juneteenth pays homage, did not seek to come to these shores, and not for the above reasons. Against their will, they came as a result of captivity, for forced servitude, with their history, cultures and traditions stripped from them. The prophet tells us in Deuteronomy 28, "The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. And thou shalt serve in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee." All that our fathers and mothers brought to these shores, as a history or remembrance for us, has been destroyed. We can't go back to any nation and pick up one, for certain, piece of our lineage. But the Lord our God did not forget. He provided us with the glorious words of his prophets, words that are alive today. Words for us to find ourselves and him. And what's more, words of guidance that are designed to keep us from making the same mistake again that caused us to be cast out. It is our contention, here at King Channel TV, that the prophet Ezekiel saw these days. In a vision, the Lord escorted him to a different time and place in history. The time the prophet does not say, but he does say the place, an open valley, and this open valley was full of dried bones. We will go into the vision Ezekiel had, but first let's talk a little more about this open valley. The Appalachian region is an open valley. It is the home of what we call the original slave states. Here is an animation of a map showing a timeline of the spread of slavery across the United States from 1789 to 1861, which was stopped by Lincoln and the Civil War. However, the first slaves were shipped to the James River Valley in 1619, landing in Jamestown, Virginia. The Lord showed the prophet Ezekiel this open valley, those who were in it, at an unknown time in history, long before the events occurred. Now, let's go into what the Lord showed the prophet Ezekiel.
"The hand of the Lord was upon me, and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord, and set me down in the midst of the valley which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about. And, behold, there were very many in the open valley, and, lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord God, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord God unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live. And ye shall know that I am the Lord. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, And behold a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Then said he unto me, Prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, Son of man, and say to the wind, Thus saith the Lord God, Come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived, and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, Our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our parts. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, O my people, ye shall know that I am the Lord. And I shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I the Lord have spoken it, and performed it, saith the Lord.
The prophet Ezekiel was asked, Can these bones live? But the issue today is, can we survive this open valley? Verses 1 through 14 of Ezekiel 37 gives us the Lord's great resurrection of his people. These 14 verses do not bring an end to the prophecy. Now, what about the restoration? In verses 15 to 38, the Lord reveals his plans for the total restoration of these resurrected people. He commands the prophet to get 2 sticks and write upon them both, on one write for Judah, and for the children of Israel, his companions. On the other write for Joseph. The stick of Ephraim is in his hands, and for all the house of Israel, his companions. We will not go into this, but those of you who have taken time to embrace the prophets, you may have a pretty good understanding of what the Lord is telling the prophet Ezekiel. We will quickly highlight on it symbolically. Those resurrected in the open valley are greatly divided. There is great envy and vexation among them. They have defiled themselves with detestable things and abominable acts, committing many transgressions and sins. Because they are so divided against each other in their words and their deeds, the Lord tells the prophet that he will take these 2 sticks and join them together as one in his hands, that he will cleanse the resurrected, set his king over them, that they will be his people and he will be their God. Moreover, he will make a covenant of peace with them. Peace.